Conan, what is best in life?
To crush the enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women.
This is good.
Really, this sounds just like
It does, yeah. If that doesn't get people to listen, nothing will.
Nobody cares about turnips. Have you ever come home from the supermarket and said, I forgot turnips, I have to go back? No. Has anybody ever come home at 3 o'clock in the morning drunk and went, hey, who ate all the turnips?
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, made with real pudding. Please welcome your hosts, Mike and Darren.
Hey, I'm Darren.
I am Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome. This is episode 144. And before we start, I just want to apologize for episode 143.
Mm-hmm.
We were all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Something.
And now we ain't got nothing to talk about.
We don't.
Longtime listeners will know this as one of those episodes,
Yeah.
which oftentimes becomes some of the favorite.
I know. Yeah.
Those episodes of the past include the 12 Nuggets
Yes.
episode, the Loch Ness Monster.
Yes.
Well, it was about that time that I noticed this Girl Scout was about 8 stories tall and was a crustacean from the Plesiosaurus.
The Loch Ness Monster.
I said, damn it, monster, get off my lawn. I ain't giving you no tree fitty.
And the
That one with the thing, the guy and the stuff.
the possum.
The possum. Yeah, the possum.
The possum episode is
Yeah.
one of our best. I don't remember what episode it was, but I know it was on the greatest hits,
Yeah.
best of year 2.
Yes.
Episode 104.
It's probably
Yeah.
the best marsupial bit we've ever done.
Absolutely. It puts, that, remember all that shit we said about the kangaroos? Yeah, forget about that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Hamsters ain't got no pouches neither.
No, well, they're not marsupials.
What?
Hamsters are not marsupials.
Before we get too far into
Yep.
this train wreck of a show, if you like what you've heard in the past,
Yep.
not necessarily this episode,
Not tonight.
visit us on irritabledadsyndrome.com. Boomer Talk is http:// www.irritabledadsyndrome, no spaces.com.
Upper, lower. Yeah.
Hit enter. Have your grandson come over and show you which one is the Facebook or the Twitter. Follow us on there, and you'll
Yeah.
get live announcements when we go live and become part of the show.
Yeah.
You can also listen to our past episodes. Buy some of our
Yeah.
and you have an opportunity to become patrons. Show
Yeah.
your support.
Exactly.
Help keep this thing afloat.
Yeah. We would certainly appreciate it.
We would.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
yeah, I'm coming down.
Yeah. Oh, God. I went to the dentist today.
Oh,
So there was there have been several times on this podcast where there has been the case of mistaken identity or the case of people calling me by the wrong name.
Darfin.
Darwin.
Dagwood.
Jared was one that I get. Now Dagwood is a nickname that the lead singer and guitar player for my band Love Crunch, he calls me Dagwood.
Okay.
And my friends in Johnson City, Tennessee call me Dagwood. So I answer to Dagwood. Okay. On Bewitched, the mother-in-law, that nasty, evil, wicked mother-in-law
That
of
bitch.
Samantha, she called him Dagwood from time to time.
Okay.
So I take that. Anybody who wants to call me Dagwood certainly can.
Okay.
Anywho, I'm at the dentist office and I'm sitting there minding my own business, waiting my turn, and the dental hygienist walks out and she says what I thought was my name, to which another gentleman jumps right up and bolts right past me like, hey, I'm like, why are you so excited to go to the dentist?
Yeah.
He walks right past me and she looks at him like, what are you doing? and she said,
It's not, yeah.
she said, Gary, I said, Darren, oh, and then I
Yeah.
said, how dare you try to, there are rules, okay?
Yeah.
This is America, okay? I was here first.
That's right.
And everybody had a big laugh
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
not like they're handing out
Yeah.
cheese titties back
I know, Tiddies,
TIDDS.
yeah. So Gary was there. They let him go
Okay.
through anyway because he was like, I think at the same time.
Yeah.
So, but that's never happened. Someone said my name and then another person answered it.
Yeah.
But man, my dental hygienist, she was thorough today.
Yeah. Put on the hazmat suit,
Oh
the whole
my
deal.
God. She was just like, she takes the x-rays and then she looks at him and she says, I see a lot of tartar. And she
That's
looks at me
why
like,
I'm here.
yeah, that's what
the
I
hell?
said. Like, you're welcome.
I'm still getting brushing advice. I know, if you hold the toothbrush against your teeth and move it side to side, it
yeah.
helps remove. Thank you.
But yeah, she just kind of looked at me like, what do you think about that? And I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, but while you're in there, can you get that off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they chip it away and some of it flies out. Do they wear like the safety glasses?
I don't know. I have my glasses off so I can't see
Yeah.
what they're doing.
So back in the 80s, back in the olden days, they didn't. It's just
Right.
the dentist has to dodge the shit as it's flying around. But now they use those safety glasses. And a part of me early on felt kind of bad for them, but they're like, no, this is why they're making the big bucks. They decided at some point, hey, I want to go get gunk off of people's teeth.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Now, really, probably what they wanted to do is I want a better health. I want to help people with their stuff. But really what you're doing is rubbing the gunk off people's teeth.
Exactly.
And teaching them how to floss and how to do the thing.
Yeah.
I got a notice today that my dental appointment that I was going to forget anyway has been canceled.
Oh.
So, and that reminded me that I missed my other dental appointment. So I'm in what is commonly referred to as trouble. Now, I don't know if you do this or not, but every time I go to the dentist, they clean out the stuff. I get the lectures, the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I know. Okay, I know.
There's that old joke of, when was the last time you flossed? And you say, well, it should be there on your record.
Yeah. They give me all these pics and everything. It's like, you know how to, I've used these other things. And for the first week, I am religious about it.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Take two. For the first week, I am religious about I'm flossing.
Yep.
If I chew gum, I'm like, I need to floss immediately. And then slowly over time, I get to the point where I'm just eating a handful of jelly beans and falling asleep and letting those little sugar molecules wreak havoc in my mouth. And I don't care.
You know the best way to floss? Eat a lot of chicken.
Or celery.
Just eat a ton of corn on the cob.
There you go.
They should sell floss on the same aisle as corn on the cob.
Yeah.
And then everybody would floss because they got to get see, if you're not following, you got to get the corn out of your teeth. Okay.
Yeah.
There's just some confused faces out there.
There's really no good way to eat corn on the cob and look cool.
That's true.
You know, you can't really, because I tried. We had corn on the cob here, and I'm like, there's got to be a way. Because at some point,
it spurts and
Yeah.
gets on everybody.
at some point, I'm going to be invited to eat dinner with the president, and he's going to pull out corn on the cob, and I need to know how to do it. And what I normally do, because I don't want to deal with any of that, is I take a knife and I just saw off the corn.
See, I was wondering, because I know you don't like food touching your face.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go crazy. Sometimes I get a little nuts.
Let's live it up a little
You
bit.
get a couple of beers in me, get me all liquored up. I'll take corn on the cob as God intended it.
Okay.
However, normally I saw the kernels off, but like I said, at some point it's going to matter. Eddie Vedder will invite me to his cookout, and he'll have corn on the cob, and I'll be talking to Billy Corgan, and he'll be like,
Eddie and Billy hang out together?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, they cook corn together, and then I'll be eating the corn on the cob. And then Neil Young will be, what the f*** is wrong with you and the way you're eating this corn on the cob? Who taught you how to eat? Because that's all they do. He's from Montana.
Yeah.
And that's
Neil
all
Young?
Yeah.
He's from Canada.
Same thing.
It's close.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
And that's all they do is eat corn on the cob. They know how to do it and play with trains. Point is, he wrote Harvest Moon. I don't know if you've heard that.
I have. It's It's one of my favorite Neil Young songs.
Half the songs are about corn.
Yeah.
He knows how to eat it.
Don't think that's
You need to learn how to eat it. That's all. That's my point. You can
Because
eat.
you gotta eat
anybody.
corn.
That's right. Anybody can eat popcorn.
You're right.
Babies can eat popcorn.
Yeah.
Anybody can eat corn in the can.
A
psychopath can eat the cream of corn stuff.
Oh, gross.
Or whatever.
Gross.
Cornbread. It's American
cornbread.
staple.
Yeah.
But corn on the cob, at some point, when you're growing up, rite of passage, your dad had to have said, hey, we're going to go to KFC and get some corn on the cob, and I'm going to teach you how to eat this properly.
Do you go right to left?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you
No.
do you roll it and then move down a notch and roll it, move down a notch?
That's what I do.
Roll.
That's what I do. The typewriter method.
The typewriter method is right to left, and then you roll it.
The opposite of the typewriter method. I do the
you
dreidel
roll
method.
and then move and then roll.
Yeah, roll, move, roll, move, roll.
That's just like you.
It's time now for Dave's Comedy Corner. I dreamed that I went back in time and killed the person that invented popcorn. When I came back, everyone was eating corn on the cob at the movie theater.
Ah, waka waka waka.
This has been Dave's Comedy Corner.
You know what else I do that our mutual
I
friend,
can't wait to hear.
our mutual friend Box
Yeah, Matt
made a
Box.
comment, and I'm going to call him out. It's been 100. This is episode 143. It's about time I talked about this. We went to Bob Evans. All college people go to Bob Evans.
I love Bob
That's
Evans.
what you do
They
to get
have
pancakes.
great pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is back when they actually gave you normal pancakes, like that filled the whole plate.
Yeah.
And I was sitting next to Box, and I noticed, you ever notice like things get quiet and you notice that people are watching you?
Yes.
I have a thing. I cut my pancakes in a grid. I cut
That's-
even down and then all the way across, and then I pour the syrup on it,
Uh-huh.
and I eat it that way. He watched me do this. I got all the way through the grid, and I saw a smirk on his face.
Yeah.
And we made eye contact, and I said, "What?" The fuck is your problem? Because we were in college. This is,
Yeah.
you've seen
Yeah.
me interact with Box. I was like, "What are you
Yes.
doing?"
Yeah.
And he just says, "Typical." That's what I would expect.
Yeah.
What? He's like, "Engineer, you're going to make it into a grid." No, I'm not making it into a grid because I'm an engineer. I'm making it into a grid because it's more efficient. And then that's when my other friend, Sean, looked up and he just started smiling, and Box looked at him and smiled. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? If you make it into a grid, when you pour the syrup on it, it'll go down in between all those pieces, and it envelops the pieces of pancake.
Yeah.
So you get syrup on the pancake.
Right.
And what do you guys do? Like, just have a pancake, you just pour syrup on it like a freak, and it all goes off the side, and then you don't have any syrup on the actual pancake?
Okay, now listen. I'm going to cut you off right there because there is a problem, a dispute in our house when it comes to pancakes.
Okay.
My kid can have a half a gallon of syrup on his plate, but if it's not on top of the pancake,
Right.
hell no, he won't. He'll still pour another half gallon. Instead, I will cut the pancake and I will.
Okay.
I will cut the pancake, and then I will, like I'm dipping my French fry in my ketchup, I'll sop it up into the syrup. There's pools of syrup on the plate.
Like a chicken nugget. Well, why don't you just put it all, you get them all at once?
It's like I put the syrup on the pancake, and some of it goes on the plate, and then you just wipe it up on the plate. You
Too
sop
much
it up.
work. It's just not.
For you, yeah. Now, your grid method, I
Yeah.
agree with
Thank you.
a waffle. Okay, because
It's already in a grid. It's got little
I know,
pockets.
but
to hold the syrup.
that's where I cut. I don't cut outside of the grid. I don't just like cut a round shape when I'm eating a waffle. I will slice.
You cut the cups. You cut the
I
waffle
slice
cups?
it along the lines of the
Oh
waffle.
my!
Yeah. Oh, are you seriously kidding me here? Are you really judging me
Yeah. Yes.
on
I'm
how
really
I eat a
judging
waffle
you on how
when
you
you
eat
eat
a waffle.
pancakes like a freak?
That is not freaky. That is smart. I like syrup. I like syrup on my pancakes.
Okay,
I like syrup with my pancakes going in my
so
mouth. I
how am
don't
I-
swap it up like I'm with a bit. Now, if you have a biscuit and gravy, that's how you get the gravy back on the biscuit.
But you can't do that. So what? The syrup
The
syrup that goes on the plate. Sorry, I just got to wash you
I
down
don't
the
have
sink.
syrup that goes on the plate. The pancake collects all the syrup because it's in those little grids. The pancake itself, it has to get saturated with syrup before it escapes.
Okay.
So the outer edges of the pancake, normally the edges, the pieces of pancake that get the least amount of attention, get the most amount of errant syrup,
Of what?
overflow syrup,
Okay.
effluent syrup goes out to those areas. Those are some of the best pieces of pancake on that whole plate. And the syrup carries some butter with it. What? Yeah, you heard me. I put whipped butter all through there, and the syrup catches that. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Just try it. Try it once. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Okay,
Darren, I guarantee you.
Okay.
If you try the grid method, you'll never go back.
All right, listen. I will try the grid method. Will you try the pool method?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can we agree to do this?
Yeah, I'll do the pool
reminds
method.
me as many
I'm going to have pancakes this weekend. I'm going to make pancakes on Saturday, and that's how I'm going to do it.
as many times as you've recommended a movie. Hey, let's watch Evil Dead 2 and go on Decision Roll. I did that.
Yeah.
Okay, and
That's
then
a
you're
good
like,
movie.
hey, let's watch It. And then I did that. And then, hey, let's watch what's the one with Keanu Reeves where he gets kicked through the glass window?
Speed.
John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
And then I said, hey, let's watch your boy, the Greatest Showman. I'm not going to do that. I'm so sick of doing that you want to do, but you never do anything I want to do.
That's because I'm an only child, and that's how I roll.
Well, I'm done. I'm done.
I have watched things.
You know what? I'm not going to try your grid method.
You. I watched Yellowstone. You recommended. You were in here talking
You
about
watched
Harrison
20
Ford.
minutes of it.
I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it. Does
Yeah.
it get better than the first
Oh,
episode?
Yellowstone gets so good. It gets like so intense, edge of your seat.
Here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'll watch the rest of episode 1 of Yellowstone.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll try your dumbass way of eating pancakes.
Okay.
All right. If you try the grid
I'll try the grid.
with butter, do you use butter on your pancakes?
Yeah. Well, now this is. Hold on.
Why'd you have to think about it like that? Don't. I swear to God, if you tell me you get the syrup that has butter in it, you're out of this house.
No, I'm American.
Okay. Thank you.
Libby puts all the butter on the griddle and cooks them in the butter, and then they have buttery, crispy edges that make me fall in love with her all over again.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the pancake is just like so buttery.
I'm gonna make a statement.
Okay.
Okay. Libby doesn't know how to make pancakes.
What the hell did you just say?
That Libby does not know how to make pancakes. I'm gonna have a pancake off. Let's have a. Okay, she knows how to make pancakes that you like. She knows how to make pancakes that you like. I think that we should have a pancake off. Libby makes pancakes.
You take it back.
I'll take it back. I'll take it back. I shouldn't have said that without proving it to you.
I don't say one thing about what your wife does or doesn't do.
That's true.
You do
That's
not.
True.
Oh, you better hope. Better hope that Libby never hears you say that.
She doesn't listen to this show.
She
listen
does.
to me. Listen
She
to me.
will cut you.
I'll tell her myself. Here's the thing. Someone that takes pancakes as seriously as you do, I can't imagine that you've never tried the grid method.
I can't imagine that you've never tried the pool method.
Okay.
It's like, oh my God. But the kids, and then after breakfast is done, I put the plates in the sink, and my plate is almost completely clean from sopping up the syrup.
Okay. All right.
Then you get syrup on top and the bottom. By the way, if you have 3 pancakes, do you cut and put a piece of all 3 in your mouth, or do you eat them one pancake at a time?
One pancake at a time, because I re-syrup in between each pancake.
Okay, that sounds like you. So, but my plate is almost clean, completely clean from sopping up all the syrup, and I am very satisfied. Cameron's plate is got pools of syrup, wasted syrup, and I don't like wasting syrup.
Make him do the grid method.
I can't make him do anything.
Okay.
So.
I think it's great that you quit the show over pancakes.
Well, you said my wife can't make them.
That's true. I should not have dragged her in here. I'm sorry. Libby, I apologize. I apologize to you for offending Libby in the future, because she can't be offended right now. She doesn't know about it.
You better hope Jacob and Cameron don't hear that. You don't want Jacob down here.
No. No. He has asked to be on the show.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dave Lay with a message for Nick Offerman. Nick, we've reached out for you a few times and invited you to be a guest on the podcast. You must not have seen the texts. Anyway, the offer still stands. You are welcome to be a guest and shoot the shit with us anytime you want. Just let us know when and we'll work around your busy schedule. This has been a special message to Nick Offerman. Now back to you guys in the studio.
You make biscuits?
Have I ever made homemade biscuits? I have never made homemade biscuits. I've got a great recipe for making homemade biscuits.
Okay.
And one of these days I'm going to try them because they look pretty, I'm not going to say easy, because there is an art to making homemade biscuits.
I'm going to give you a compliment.
Okay.
So prepare yourself.
Wait.
So typically on the weekends, Saturday is pancake day and Sunday is biscuit day.
Okay.
And for a long time, I prided myself that I would make the biscuits, not completely from scratch, although I have done that.
Okay.
I would use Bisquick, because the one time I made them from scratch, what you do is you make the Bisquick mix and then you do the same thing. So I'm just cut out the middleman and go straight to Bisquick, and it tastes the same anyway.
Yeah.
The point is, I was doing that, and then you were mentioning something about making biscuits. This is years ago, and you're like, "Hey, you just put them on the thing, and you go." And I was like, "What do you mean you put them on the thing?" And you're like, "You made the pop sound like the thing."
You pop the tube of biscuits.
So for about 2 weeks, I judged you in my head. I didn't tell you about this, but for 2 weeks, I was judging you. I was like,
Grand's biscuits are delicious.
That's okay. That's exactly the ones that we use now.
Yeah.
I was like, Darren is the laziest son of a bitch I've ever met in my life. He won't make biscuits for his family. He just pops the thing.
Yeah.
And then one day, I got lazy.
Yeah.
And I popped the thing, and I'm like, these are
delectable.
Yeah,
they're very favorable to your palate.
They are delicious.
Yes, they're quite yummy, aren't they?
They're yummy.
Yeah.
And I make gravy, and by make gravy, I mean I pour the powder in the thing. And
You get
mix
the
it up
packet
in
with the
thing.
hot water, the cold water. You whisk it. Yeah.
It's like old Pioneer peppered gravy
Yeah.
blend.
Oh my God, my dad would spend 20, 30 minutes making sausage gravy.
Yeah.
It was great, but I could be done eating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could have already plowed the back 40 by the time he gets that done.
Exactly.
This has been the most contentious. Here, you thought we would have nothing for this episode, and we just had our biggest argument.
Yeah.
Dude, we brought family into it.
You brought family into
I
it.
did.
Not
I
we,
did.
you.
I apologize.
You.
I apologize. This is
Okay.
the second time. Didn't I apologize to you? On Saturday, I apologized to you. Record store day.
Yeah. And speaking of record store day, you brought up Neil Young earlier. Today, I'm on the TikTok, and I found this great clip of Neil Young going into a record store, and he finds a bootleg copy of one of his. And he goes, "I didn't make this. I totally didn't make this." And he tells the guy, "I'm taking this." And the guy says, "You're going to have to pay for that." "No, call your manager. Here's my number. Have him talk to me." The guy's like, "Sir, you can't do that." "Yeah, I can." And he walks out the door, and the guy working there is like, "Hey, what happened?"
What are you going to do?
Sir, what happened?
What happened?
Yeah. Now, I mean, I'm looking at it, and this was clearly a lot longer, clearly a while ago. And I can't get a clear look to see if it really is Neil's face, but it's just like something that he would do.
Yeah.
No, we went to record store day, and I don't have a turntable. I have some vinyl albums.
Yeah.
I've got a Johnny Carson vinyl album that's probably worth a little bit of money, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I have a few, but I have nothing to play. I don't have a turntable.
Yeah.
Years ago, my favorite band, Southern Culture on the Skids, released 3 45s of all cover songs, and it was just on vinyl, on vinyl 45s. And I'm like, "Oh, hell, I'm buying that." I bought it. Can't play them.
Yeah.
And like 15 years later, they released everything on a CD with 6 other bonus tracks.
Yeah.
So I bought them again.
So one of the things with record store day, and this is the second one you've gone with me to.
It's the first time I went to record store day.
Oh, that's right.
I've been to everybody's records with you another time. Yeah.
So the deal with record store day is with certain artists. I mean, some, they just release something on record store day and it's available everywhere. But some artists, what they put out on record store day, that's the only copy of that you can find. And they don't put it on streaming and all this stuff. So there's several of that band that shall not be named for as long as I can not name them. That I have. That's the only place that they are.
Docking.
They always release something on every record store day. And then this one had a Pearl Jam.
Record store day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one had a Pearl Jam release that I really wanted. It's a live album from the Yield tour. It's in Australia.
That's the year I saw them.
Okay.
Yeah. Given to Fly.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Amazing song.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted that one. I also wanted the Sword, but I didn't get it. When I got there, I was like, I don't want to spend this much money.
Yeah.
And then while we were there, we saw a Pussifer thing, and my hand went straight to the Pussifer.
My hand went straight to the
Pussifer. And then I put it back because I don't want to spend that much money. I was like, I'm going to get the band that shall not be named and Pearl Jam. So I'm there for those. Now, I have had record store days before where the band that shall not be named only has like 3 or 4 copies in the store. Cincinnati seems to have a fair amount of fans of that band. So it's kind of a gamble. I've had record store days where I've had to go to 2 or 3 shops to get the one that I want.
Yeah.
You can't order it online. You can't get it any other way.
Right.
I want to get it. So I'm there. I see where it is. Now, a couple of factors are at play. It's a long line of people. Everybody's sifting through. They separate the record store day people from the rest of the people.
Yeah.
The record store day people are going through, doing what you do. You look through the albums. I begin to have a problem because the list of what's available on Record Store Day is available months before Record Store Day.
Yeah.
And most sites have it to where actually the Record Store Day site has it. You can actually look at the album. You can see the artwork. You can see what's all on it.
Yeah.
It's
Why the sifting?
Yeah. It's not a browse fest.
That's where you walk in and you go, I'm getting Devo
Right.
and Dan Fogelberg.
Most people,
I'll check this out, Tony.
most people know what they want when they're
Yeah.
going, I'm going to get these 5 albums or I'm going to get these 3 albums or
Yeah.
whatever. And they know it and they're going to get it. And their concern is that they're going to sell out because these are numbered releases. So I already know what I want. Pearl Jam and that band that shall not be named.
Right.
We're starting to go through. I see where that band shall not be named is at the end of the thing, and the Pearl Jam is on the same area. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get through all this crap. The dude in front of me, bless him,
He's just la-di-dawn up there.
He's just like sifting through, like he's browsing at a record store.
As my mother-in-law would say, he's up there hem-hawing.
He's hem-hawing and lollygagging.
And-
He's shoegazing.
He's being very perfunctory.
He's being very penultimate. And I'm getting bored waiting for him to go through his stuff. So I start looking through the albums that are right next to the ones that he's looking through.
Yeah.
And if you are used to looking through vinyls, you know how annoying that can be if it's touching. So I start going opposite ends of the thing as we're going through.
Uh-huh.
I get to the Pearl Jam. I'm nice. I reach in because there's 3 of them left. I get the Pearl Jam. Meanwhile, Barry Gibb is there. Okay.
Barry Gibb is the guy who's got beautiful hair, by the way.
Yeah.
Very beautiful, long black hair with a
Think
lot
Kenny
of body
G.
to it.
Well, think Barry Gibb.
Yeah. And he's got a black beard, but not like a rugged.
And he's being really obstinately loud.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how you use the word obstinate, but I'm going to use obnoxiously loud.
Right.
Hey, Gene, do you see they got the docking over here? Do you see the docking right here in this kit here?
You say docking?
Yeah, they got the docking right here.
really?
Do you see that?
Do you like
it's that
docking?
one? It's Don Dockin.
Oh,
He
yeah.
put that's his album there.
Dockin.
They got this Dockin album is right there.
Huh.
It's limited release. Dockin.
Oh, Dockin?
Yeah, Dockin there.
Oh.
Hey, did you see over here? It's got the talking heads. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
Talking heads.
David Burns
They're
is in
right
that
there.
band.
David Burns is there with the big suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that right there.
Dockin, huh?
Yeah, Dockin.
Yeah.
Dockin's right next to it. Going down through the thing. Now, while this is happening, one of the workers at the store is coming over and grabbing things for people back further in the line, right?
Uh-huh.
So somebody, hey, I want Percy Faith's picture disc with Percy and a parakeet on the picture disc, and there's only 2 copies.
Percy
Yeah.
Faith.
So the worker's like, hey, what are you here for? I'm here for Percy Faith's picture disc.
I think you have him confused with Percy Sledge.
Percy is how you pronounce it. And he reaches up ahead of everybody. Now, I could be there for Percy Faith's picture disc with the parakeet on the disc.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not because
Right.
I wouldn't have got it. But because Barry Gibb's calling him out like he's spotting for a sniper, and then this guy comes in, grabs it, and gives it to the guy in the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I look.
Wait. Are you allowed to do that?
He did it a few times.
That son of a
He
bitch.
works there.
You can't do
He
that.
works there. Here, now you're starting to see my dilemma.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't just
back
grab
here.
something and give it to somebody
I'm
else.
back in the back of the line. I'm behind a lollygagger who doesn't know what he's there for, who doesn't know his role at this point. His role is to go up there and get his and get out.
And go.
All right, he's lollygagging. The people in front of him have moved on, so now he's just kind of blocking the area. I look and I know what the band that shall not be named's album looks like. The colors of it, I see there's 2 copies.
Yeah.
2. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what if this guy wants one? Because he looks like somebody that would be a fan of that band.
Yeah.
And then
Don't
what
get me
happens?
started on them.
What happens if Barry Gibb? Hey, did you see this? They
Yeah?
got the band over here that shall not be named. They got
Yeah?
an album out here.
Oh,
They
yeah?
got it's their 3rd one.
Wow.
Yeah, they just put it out today
Don't-
for a record store
don't
day.
they do that every
It's
record
got a
store
number.
day?
Yeah, they do. But you got to get this one. It's got a number on it. You see it? It's got like the white and the red.
Wow.
Yeah.
That-
You know the lead singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dork.
Ah.
Yeah, but the album's right here, and
Okay.
you can get it. It's right. You want a copy of it?
Oh, yeah.
It's right here. I'll give you a copy.
Oh,
You got-
thanks.
Okay, that could be happening.
Yeah.
And then the dip in front of me gets the album. I don't get one. Now I have to go to another record store day. You're not going to go with me. They're
Right.
going to sell it. I'm not going to get it. So while he's over there, he's one away from it. One away.
Yeah.
Darren.
Yeah.
2 feet.
Yeah.
I reach over and I pluck one of them. Now, when I did that, it knocked all the other albums over.
Oh.
And I said,
Did they
I'm
fall on
sorry.
the ground?
No.
Then
They just shifted forward.
Then what's the problem?
And I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And he says, I didn't know you were in that big of a hurry. You know what? You do what you need to do. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm done. You do what you need to do. And he left. I'm like,
did he buy anything?
no, he just walked out. He just walked. Well, he did buy something. He had something in his hand. He was in line in front of us.
Okay.
You know how you had this weird vibe when I was coming out of there? That's what that weird vibe,
Yeah.
the guy right in front of me, that was what
You know
happened.
what? You just do what you gotta do.
You do what you got to do. I'm not in that big of a hurry.
Oh,
well, no, that's why we're having this confrontation, because
Yeah.
you're not that big of a hurry.
Right.
And Barry Gibbs over here calling out Phil Collins release on a thing.
Phil Collins?
Yeah, he's got the face value
wasn't
there.
he in Genesis?
It's the one that's no jacket required. It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
the Take Me Home.
Uh-huh.
He wants to go home.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the last song on there. It's good.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a release today.
Wow.
It's got the jacket on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Even though no jacket was
no
required.
jacket was required.
Okay.
He's wearing one, and he's old. They redid the pictures on the front.
Oh.
But back when he came out, he was young.
Yeah.
But now he's old.
But now he's
and
not
that's the
old.
picture on it.
Phil
Yeah, here.
Collins?
Yeah, there's only 3 copies.
Huh.
You want one?
Oh, I'd love
yeah,
one.
take a couple home to the missus.
Thanks, Barry.
Jesus.
Jerk.
So yeah, I was a bit jacked up on record store day. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like it. The point of it is to bring people into the record store
Yeah.
so they can peruse
Yeah.
the belongings.
Yeah.
To peruse the stock,
Well,
as
like
it
I
were.
said, I do not have a turntable.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I went to hang out
Yeah.
because it sounded like
Yeah.
fun. I went and I looked through the CDs.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm standing there and I'm waiting on you to buy your wares.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was standing next to me and I look over. What does he have in his hand? But the Eric Carr solo
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
Okay. That looked like
Yeah.
just like the
Like
Kiss solo
yeah.
albums.
Yeah, that did look pretty cool.
And I'm like, that looks really cool. Again, I don't have a turntable, but I'm just like pissed now that I didn't buy
That's
it.
how that starts. I've told you that's how it starts.
But I don't have a turntable.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't
And
matter.
I don't even know if the songs are any good.
Mhm.
I haven't heard them,
Yeah, doesn't matter.
but it was so cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, next thing you know, I'm going to be at record
Yeah.
store day. Like, hey.
Yeah,
did you Did you see they have Foreigner?
Oh, Foreigner. Yeah, he's over there, right
What's
there.
wild about Foreigner is
Yeah.
that they're all from this country.
Yeah. It's kind of strange. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sticks.
Yeah.
Sticks.
not
Yeah.
sticks like STICKS, but with
No.
STYX.
Yeah, they got a drummer. He uses sticks, but the rest of the band, they don't use sticks.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
That's how that works. Looks like it'd be pronounced Stykes.
Yeah,
the
it
way
does,
they
doesn't
write
it? Yeah. Do you want me to get you one?
No.
Okay.
Look, you see that band Yes? You seen them?
No.
With all the band Yes, the
Uh-huh.
people, it's like a progressive.
Yeah.
They all look like those weird cartoons there. It's like
Oh,
you're on
yeah.
acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the same art style as
Oh.
Styx, but
Huh.
it's a different band.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
Huh.
Canadian. Yeah.
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 I think we have annoyed the hell out of people long enough. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call this one. I've had a blast.
That's going on
This
best
is-
of year
This
3.
was a
I
lot of
guarantee
fun. We want to thank you for joining us here on Irritable Dad Syndrome. Please go to irritabledadsyndrome.com and
Yes.
you can listen to other episodes that aren't annoying.
it. Yeah.
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 Hey, in all seriousness, please follow us, subscribe,
Yes.
and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.
Please do that.
Yeah. That could. It's honestly here. And I'm being, okay, Mike.
It really will help
can,
us.
Can we dim the lights?
Okay. They're dim.
Hi, this is Darren from Irritable Dad
I'm
Syndrome.
Mike.
If you like this podcast, I mean, if you really like this podcast, and apparently there are people out there who do. Seriously, there are.
Yeah,
Because
there are.
we get people who listen to it every single week. If you like this podcast, we're begging you, go to Apple, okay, and then leave us a review. And when you do that, it ranks us, okay? It shoots us up higher into the
So more
into
people
the-
can find out about the show.
it shoots us higher into the penultimate universe.
Yeah.
Okay. And then more people will get exposure. for
Yeah.
us, okay. We're not asking for we don't want you to just kiss our ass.
You don't have to pay.
Right.
Pay to
we
do it.
just want you to do that so that it can help us grow the show. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Darren.
And we hope to see you next week on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Quinn Martin production. Copyright 1972.
Conan, what is best in life?
To crush the enemies, see them
Gotta do
I
it.
keep waiting for you to just like jump moves and I'll be back.
Okay. All right.
Get in the chopper.
All right. What the hell? We're trying to record Conan the Barbarian down here.
I know, right?
The idiocy of this is starting to get to me.
Okay.
Shut up! Shut up! No. I better not put her. I better not broadcast her.
Yeah. You realize you got your headphone on. You won't hear that.
Such a good guy. Can you maybe kill one of them? Okay. Thanks. We're trying to record a Conan the Barbarian thing. All right. Oh, Mike's playing with his friends downstairs. Okay.